Hello everyone, this is JD with Day Trading Futures. Welcome back to the channel. And I wanted to briefly go over 10 tips that will help you be a better trader. These are some of the tips that I've learned along the way and I wanted to share it with everyone. These are some of the things that go beyond just trying to find the right strategy or finding the right indicators. This is just a few tips to hopefully help you from having to reset your account or helping you lose money and helping you stay profitable. All right, so tip number one: once you try a new strategy or you want to check out a new indicator, you always need to start off with paper trading. I have the Trading View platform here set up. It's free for the first 30 days. If you want to do futures, you do have to pay an extra $4 just for that data. But, you know, forex and futures, the ticks and the contract amounts and the lot sizes are so different. I recommend if you're going to trade futures, you need to go ahead and pay the extra $4 a month and just so you can have the data to the futures. All right, so with with paper trading, you go down here at the bottom where you pick your account, or I'm sorry, where it says the actual paper trading here. It'll also say like choosing your broker or something like that. You can choose the exact amount that you want to trade with. When you reset your trading account, you can put the dollar amount that you want to trade. I would recommend, if you're going to go through a prop firm, that you put the amount and you follow all the rules with that prop firm so that you get an accurate paper trading scenario. Then you go over to the right to place trades. That will get really in-depth into it, but you can do your contracts, you can do your tick sizes, and then when you enter it, of course it's different than NinjaTrader. It'll actually if you just click that, the stop loss and the take profit, it will actually enter a bracket trade, and you can move those around as needed. All right, so the second tip number 2, is to have a trade journal. This is the trade journal that I used. It took me September, October, and actually half of October to a month and a half of going through going through the journal and doing paper trades. And I would put my if I won or lost, my profit and loss number, how many contracts I was using, if I had any drawdown or actual loss in the trade, if I lost the trade, and then if I followed my strategy. I'll also put on the side what went wrong, what went right. Then I would keep up with my balance and how much I had to go with, or how much I had left. So I would do that, and of course I would follow the rules of the evaluation that I was going on. But the main thing about this is whenever you're looking at your previous trades and you're going through and checking to see what you did wrong, let's see, you definitely you find out that you're over trading. Let's see, I kind of changed the way I was doing things, as you can see here. Okay, so here, let me find a good one. Well, anyway, this is kind of where I was getting my emotional fortitude down and being able to stick with my actual strategy. But anyway, Like I said, I don't want this to be a 30-minute video. But anyway, that's kind of the idea with keeping a trade journal. Another thing, what I would recommend with TradingView is that you can actually take a snapshot of your trade and see what you did wrong. You know, like this was where I entered right here. I guess, yeah, this was the true strength indicator, and it was making a cross, and it looked like I was about to get a, you know, another indicator there, and it'll kind of give you an idea, and then also have an exit clip also, and it'll kind of show you where what you're doing wrong, what you're doing right, that type thing. All right, now. Next tip is to trade smaller contracts. So this was something that I had to really swallow my pride and get over my ego on, and that was trade smaller contracts. A lot of the prop firms have it to where you can scale, where you have to scale the evaluation. And with Apex, there's no scaling in the live account or in the evaluation account. So you can actually go, you know, if I was trading this contract here, the 250,000, I could trade 27 contracts the first trade. But when you do that, you may win big, but you also lose. You lose big too. I had to reset, I don't know, my first 2 or 3, 4 accounts with evaluation accounts with Apex, because I kept trading 10, 15 contracts each trade, and I would set my stop loss, you know, 8 or 10 clicks out or ticks out, and you know that I couldn't afford it. And so anyway, that was something that I'm sure a lot of people are doing right now too, is that they're doing, you know, they're trading more contracts. So I would trade, if I were you, what I'm doing is just only trading 1 or 2 contracts. I like the 2, you know, it makes it for easy math, you know, since every point is $100 with futures. So when you're trading 2 contracts, it's just easier for me to add up. All right, next tip is don't trade on the 1 minute, don't trade on the 3-minute chart. I like the 10-minute. With you don't normally have 10 minutes with TradingView. You have to go with the pro plan, and then you have to make your own chart. But I like doing 10 to 15 minutes. When you're, of course, with NinjaTrader, you have the 10-minute chart, 15-minute chart. But with 10 to 15-minute charts, you can get a better idea of how the trend is going. You can see candlestick patterns better, and you don't get the false signals that you may get with a lower time chart. And let's see, another thing with the 15, especially like the 15-minute chart, is that I can go ahead and draw a trend line, and it'll be pretty accurate. You know, if I'm on the if I'm on the 3-minute chart, or if I'm doing tick counts, you can't do that. You can't. You have to go to a higher time frame to find your trend, and also find support and resistance. All right, now another thing I want to talk about is that's going to be in the same tip along with trend lines, is finding support and resistance. Now, as you see these blocks here, these are support and resistance zones that I've set up already. I'm not going to, like I said, I don't want to get into making this video a 20-30 minute video. But so a quick way to just find support and resistance is this indicator here with TradingView called Wayne's Pivots. And it will find your support zones or your pivot areas automatically based on your time frame. And as you can see here, let's move over since we're already in this time zone, this area right here that's already updated. Whenever I click on my support and resistance zones, it's already marked. You know, the Wayne's pivots are pretty accurate with the support zones. So that's what I use. You can also use the auto Fibonacci extension as well. It's pretty close, pretty accurate too. All right, trade with the trend when you're new, right? Whenever like right here, we're in an uptrend. Of course, it's only at the time of this video, it's 6 a.m. Central Time, so it may change. But right now, just trade with the trend, and follow your indicators, whatever you're using, whether it be the RSI or True Strength or MACD. Just follow the indicators and don't have that mentality of fear of missing out. Whenever you do have a reversal, those are big moves sometimes, but never take, you're going to have to really study how to trade reversals, and it's tricky. And if you want a high profitability strategy, you need to trade with the trend and then watch for that trend reversal. Wait until the reversal happens and the new structure forms. You're going to miss out on some big moves, but it'll keep you profitable in the long run, especially when you're learning. Okay, next tip. Let's see. Oh, yes. Is to, let's draw trends. Let's see, I did that. Okay. All right, next tip is risk management. Now, you can try, I would recommend, if you're all over the place with strategies, I like to watch this guy right here on YouTube. His channel is Trade Pro. I'm sure y'all have heard about it. He has tons of videos where he goes over different strategies. He'll go out and test. He'll take time in testing out these strategies. He'll go back 100, 200, do 200 trades. He has, let's see how many videos. Tons of videos, over 100 videos. It doesn't say. But he has tons of videos explaining each one. And then what he's done also is he has actually made a spreadsheet that he has free on his channel. You click the link and you download this Google Drive, and he has broken it all down. And once he has this strategy, you need to go back and do it yourself. And the reason is the way a lot of these guys, or a lot of these traders, whenever they do a back test, they'll back test every trade session. And if you're only trading the New York trade session, the New York session, it's going to be totally different than the London or the Tokyo session. So you need to go back and trade during your time frames or during your session, because a lot of times whenever that Trade Pro, whenever he'll go back and do something, he always says, well, this strategy does really well, except whenever you have range or consolidation. Well, if you notice during the Tokyo session, you have hours of consolidation, or it's just flat. Well, that's, so it's going to show you that your strategy is not good. Well, if you personally go back and paper trade, or if you go back and back test everything the way the strategy is, you're going to see a different percentile with, going back and doing it during your actual session. So along with that, if you're going to trade the New York session, do not trade opening. During opening, you're going to see crazy candles. You're going to see stop loss, what I call stop loss hunting. You're going to see, let me see if I have, yeah, here we go. This is what I want to show too. You're going to have a huge stop loss. Hunter. Okay, this is at 7:30 a.m. Central Time. And I know the market's open at 8:30, but at 7:30 they'll come out too. This is from 43.85 all the way up to 44, so 17 points, you know. And we had an uptrend, right? We were going up. Everything looked good. And you enter this trade right here, and if you didn't close out your trade, at a certain amount at 7:30, look at that. That would have blown anyone's stop loss. If you're doing good risk management, that's a 10 point, about a 10 point stop loss, if you had made that entry right here on this candle. So watch out for the stop loss hunters. Don't trade 8:30. I would say even don't even trade it starting at 7:30, because I've seen a lot of stop hunters come out at that time also. Let me go down here. Okay, that was all. All right, now moving right along. Next tip. If you have one loss, stop trading for that day. The reason is a lot of these prop firms, you have to mitigate your risks. You have to, now with Apex, you don't have a daily loss limit, but it is something that you need to pay attention to. All right, and the last tip is find a strategy and stick with it for at least 30 days of paper trading. Go over to Trade Pro, find a strategy that you like, start paper trading, and start a journal, and just start figuring out your strategy, getting your emotions out of getting impulse trades or fear of missing out trades out of the way. Trade like a robot. Every time you see a signal, enter. All those things. Watch out for your support and resistance. If you do all these things, I believe what I just shared with you has actually made me a better trader. And by no means am I a professional, but these are the things that I'm going through right now. And my biggest thing is, not seeing reversals, not seeing, when support and resistance matters. These are all the things that I'm going through, that I'm working through right now. And I'm trying to take it back to basics too, where, I was trying super trends and I was trying out these fancy indicators when I should just go back to what I was doing in the beginning. But anyway, I'll share that with you later on. But I hope that you have, I hope that you found value in this video. I hope you take some of the things that I've said, some of the things I've learned along the ways, and I hope that you can become a better trader. And if you are interested in day trading futures, you don't want to trade your own money, I would recommend Apex Trader Funding. They're a great prop firm. They're relatively new. They have great, manageable rules. They have the cheapest resets. And right now they're giving each evaluation account 50% off. And this 50% off, they're extending out until March of 2022. So instead of paying $517, you're only paying actually about $160, $165, something like that. It's you can check out my other video on the where I break down the difference between Apex Trader and UProfit Trader in a comparison. But if you want to save, if you want to sign up, use the link down in the description. You can save 50% whenever you go to checkout or when you go to sign up. It's SAVE 50. So it's all spelled out. I've got all the information down in the description. All right, so I'll go ahead and close for now. I appreciate you watching this video, and if you've watched it this far, well then that means that you've liked it and you've received some value. I'd appreciate a thumbs up. All right, thanks again.